our world. Serie, our world.
Hi man.
You alright, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. What's going on with you?
Yeah, well, it's getting crazy, isn't it, with these fixtures and stuff. And next week is going to go...
When they're coming and going, right? The Champions League, Europa League.
Oh, it's crazy. It is crazy. I've just had a quick look, but I'll say we can sort that out on Friday, but next week is all the competitions playing at once.
All of them, as you say.
Champions League, Europa and Conference. And
in 1 week?
Yeah, and so basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be ram-packed, and if you're a fan of Serie A teams, you're just not going to know who to watch really, because not all of them are separate like they were. Obviously, we're here to talk about the weekend fixtures, which got delayed a bit, which is why we're doing today instead of yesterday, with the Atalanta Como game getting postponed. But I mean, before we go over that, do you want me to do the usual fixture roundup?
Yeah, you may as well.
Okay, so we had Cagliari going 2-0 down to Empoli. There was a game going crazy, Verona-Torino. Verona played with 10 men from the 20th minute. The score by the 20th minute was already 1-1. However, even though they scored in the 93rd minute, they ended up losing 3-2 to Torino. Venezia beat Genoa 2-0. The Juve-Napoli game ended 0-0, though it was still a good game. Lecce Parma, another crazy game, 2-2. Both teams went down to 10 men. Parma were 2-0 down and they came back and drew 2-2. We had the Fiore-Lazio game, which was 2-1 to Fiore, Monza losing to Bologna 2-1. Roma beating Udinese 3-0. That's with their new manager Juric, as we know De Rossi went. The Milan derby probably shocked most people, even Milan fans, as they won 2-1. And then, as we said, that postponement game again caused probably another upset in the sense of Atalanta going 1-0 up and then losing 3-2 to Como. So yeah, another crazy week as standard in the old Serie A. Did you enjoy any games in particular, or any points?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to enjoy yesterday's game as much as I could. I would have on any other day, but I have Retegui in my fantasy team. I had Ganaseki also in my fantasy team. But with that aside, it was a great game, great for Como. We always like to see the underdog, don't we? We can call Como a proper underdog. I don't know if we can.
No, I don't think anymore. Seems you could see since the international break, they've proper settled in together and they have got a good squad. So they should. I would say. I mean, we were saying this even before the season started. We could see potentially they could be like Monza last season, and I think they can do that if they carry on as they are. They could even better it, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Then the other surprise for me was obviously Milan finally showing up. So like they're on lift-off mode right now.
Well,
potentially, let's see their next game. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, a lot of people wrote them off before the match. I said it would be a draw. Nearly was. And I think Milan played better. They took their chances. It was a great derby as usual. That was quite a surprise though.
Yeah.
And also, I was a bit. Sorry, let's go on into the derby. I'm sure you've got something to say on it.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, that formation they changed to the 4-4-2 instead of the ones they were using before they need to be doing that again if they're gonna, and see if they play the same though. Are they going to have the same desire against Lecce on Friday than they did against Inter in a derby? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have to see if Milan decides, oh, we've done the hard part, we've won the derby, that's it, and they get complacent and they lose on Friday or draw or something, or just don't play well, then Fonseca is going to be under the cosh again. I mean.
Exactly. I mean, he risked it, didn't he? He risked it, which is what he should have been doing. I mean, there wasn't much expected from him by Milan fans anyway.
Yeah.
They're already angry when he was just given the job, let alone not performing. But with him starting Tammy and that formation change, like you say, and for me, actually, Pulisic, I wouldn't have picked him out before the game to be, one of the ones to give a lot of trouble to Inter, Sommer specifically. But I read the other day that he's the first American to score in the derby. There's a stat there for him. But I'm really interested now in Milan. I was getting a bit, annoyed with them.
Well,
especially they lost to Liverpool and not good form in the league. But this could be a good turning point.
Well, it has to be for them. Otherwise, I say it's going to be the end of Fonseca, and who else knows what players are going to be coming and outgoing by January, isn't it? So, but say Serie, every week you can't sit there and pick every result and get it right. That makes it. That's what difficult is. Like, do you know what I mean about the league? And then I can run through next week's fixtures. This week's.
Well,
as well.
Also just wanted to talk about one game before you do. So the Juve-Napoli game.
Yeah.
Was that scoreline what you expected? Because
it was.
I thought there'd be goals. I thought it'd be close.
Yeah.
I was disappointed more in Juventus. I think I saw something stats-wise that there was just a shot on goal or what was.
Yeah, but you've got to look at it different. The other way you've got to look at it is one. At least they're not conceding. Do you know what I mean? From there, I'm on about it from a Juve point of view. They're not conceding. Yeah, they're not. In the recent weeks, they haven't scored the goals, but as soon as they get one, they're going to start rolling again. I reckon. They've got. Their squad is too good, and with Motta as well, I think he's going to be improving them as well. So it's one of those things. I think it's like a little transition period for them anyway, because they've had so many signings, a new manager, and probably new back staff and all that stuff. So I think it's a bit early in the season to say, well, they're not going to do anything because they're not losing games. They're just not winning them at the same time as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So I think at home, Juventus, this is their third draw with no goals involved.
Yeah.
And apparently the last time that happened was back in 1992 with Trapattoni.
Yeah.
Second time round there. But like you said, I think it is just transition.
Yeah.
You can see the potential in that team, can't you? You can see
exactly, and it's the same.
They're ready to go.
Same with Napoli in a sense. They're not as many changes, but they still got it's still new manager, new back staff, and all that stuff. And as we know with Conte, he does run them ragged. So I think they're just getting used to that as well. They did the 3 on the bounce, didn't they? So it's not like again you can just rule them out the race. I think. They're two strong teams which cancelled each other out. I was expecting either a very close game like 0-0 or just full out war 4-4 type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
with Napoli, it just seems like they've got tons of midfielders now.
Yeah.
It just seems like they've got loads. So I'm interested to see what he does with them, Conte.
Oh yeah, that's where they say the battle is won, but that's the thing. If you still need to defend, you still need to attack. It's not all just one area, is it? So
exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say. Like every weekend, we're just seeing unexpected results, comebacks, just people getting sent off, things going wrong. Like it's literally there's always something going on in a Serie A game. It's very rare nothing has happened. So even in, as we say, a 0-0 or something like that. So. Yeah, that's all good. Is there any more of the games you want to talk about? Or?
Well, not a game specifically, but just to talk about obviously De Rossi's sacking, but then Juric's signing.
Yeah.
He's familiar with Serie A.
Yeah.
I think you'll agree with me that it was a terrible move, wasn't it, to fire De Rossi? I think we might have spoken about it last time, but what do you think? Rome was sort of future looks like with Juric? Do you think that
I mean,
is going to be any better?
He's still a decent manager, but I mean, he's got his win. They haven't won, and they've won. So you never know. All that together is just going to give him a boost as well. We know what the Roma fans are thinking of De Rossi, and they were booing, I'd say, Pellegrini and Cristante, I think it was, because they're blaming them for the De Rossi's sacking. Yeah, it's going to be seeing how Juric does, because technically he's moving up, isn't he, in the sense of the teams he's managing. That's probably, do you know what I mean, for a while. Well, depends. I mean, I suppose the teams he's managed might argue about that. But yeah, and I mean, you just reminded me, because I forgot we haven't said yet about Schillaci as well. On the weekend, everyone doing the 1 minute silence, apart from, say, one, well, so-called Napoli fan. They did it in Napolitan dialect, so that's what kind of gave it away. But yeah, apart from that person being out of order, everyone else done very well on showing the respect for Schillaci, and everyone will remember him from 1990s that are around, or if anyone's watched videos of the 1990 World Cup, you will know Schillaci.
Yeah, and you can see it on our channel.
Yeah.
You can look that up. I was watching his videos some time back, and yeah, he's a great servant for Italian football, wasn't he? And you can see that with everyone who's coming out.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but did you know Sean Paul mentioned him on the song?
No, well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not like I remember.
So it's one that we all know. I think it was, what was the song? I think it's Temperature. Is it called Temperature, that one? I don't know if that's the name of it. It's been a long time since I heard it, but you can go back and listen if you have the time. But he mentioned Schillaci on there, and the reason is because they say they love football. Obviously they do in Jamaica, and he mentioned his name on the song on that. But yeah, so his name was everywhere. But yeah, he will be remembered for that World Cup where he scored all those goals, right? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he was. Did Juventus or Inter do anything special? Do you know? Because I know he spent a lot of time.
Oh yeah, from what I saw, they looked. It's just the way they do with the stadium lights and things like that, and obviously the crowds, even the teams that he hadn't played for, those crowds had all signs hanging up for him and saying goodbye to him and things like that. So it shows how many people liked him and what he done. So that's another one gone.
Another one lost. Yeah, it feels like just the other week. It seems like weekly we seem to be having to talk about these things, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just quickly go over the week 6 fixtures, and as I said, we'll do the European ones on the Friday, so we're not bundling everything up in one, in it. So so week 6 starts on Friday, as I said earlier. Milan are playing Lecce at 7:45. On Saturday, we've got Udinese versus Inter at 2, Genoa versus Juve at 5, Bologna Atalanta at 7:45, and then on Sunday there's Torino Lazio 11:30, Roma Venezia 2 p.m, Como Verona 2 p.m, Empoli Fiorentina, so at Derby there 5 p.m, Napoli Monza 7:45, and then on Monday we've got Parma Cagliari at 7:45. So yeah, any fixtures standing out for you there?
It's got to be the one that I'm going to watch, I think. Well, I'm trying to get tickets to watch. It's a good reminder to get on that right after we stop. So, looking to watch the Parma game.
Yeah.
As you pointed out yesterday when I was talking about this, a bit of an oversight from my side there. They've been promoted. They're playing good football that we want to watch as well.
Yeah.
So don't hold your breath getting tickets. I'm holding on to the fact that it's a Monday game, right?
Yeah.
It's Monday, right?
Yeah. done it.
So yeah, that's the one. But yeah, I think for me it's that one, only because of selfish reasons. Me actually to watch the thing.
Yeah.
I think generally Juventus will be interesting to see, how Juve come back from a goalless draw and start trying to get those points and goals. And Motta promised you'll see more from the final third as time goes on. That was his words.
Well, I mean, I'm not being funny. I mean, it's quite difficult to fail with the amount of players they've got in those positions up there and the quality they've got. So,
very true, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they do, then there's something really wrong. Yeah, as always, every Serie A game is always interesting to me. Whether it's bottom of the league playing the bottom, or bottom versus top, or top versus top, wherever they are. I don't know. I just enjoy it. It's like entertainment for me. It's very rare that you get a game that you just think, why did I watch that type thing? Inter's what they're going to do after the derby as well. It's going to be interesting because Udinese won't be a pushover at home.
And their form was shaky. It wasn't like until the derby, they were just winning every single game, or playing convincing. I mean, they were a bit jaded, I think, after that City draw. But then, like you say, very interesting how will they bounce back if at all. And
it's the same for Udinese because they were doing really well, and then they got battered 3-0. So, you know what I mean, last week. So it's going to be interesting, both teams, how they're going to come back and face that fixture, which is going to be tough for both of them. Again, Atalanta after they lost to Como, how they're going to react with Bologna. Everywhere. Bologna obviously scraped the 2-1. There's not a fixture out there that none of these teams are now proper on fire in the sense of just winning every single game. So
I think for me, Roma and Milan seem to have turned it on a little bit, right?
Yeah, but it's again, as I say, we can't definitely know that until we see what happens this weekend, and then the weekend after, I say, do you know what I mean? Whether this form continues or it's just a one-off.
For me, they're the two interesting games I think I definitely might be missing. Just to see that, because like you said,
Venezia got their first win, and Roma have got to play them. So again, it's just, do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, and like you said about Juve, they've got options up front. It's not like goals should be lacking, but it's the same for Roma, it's the same for Milan, Inter.
Literally everyone's they've all got decent squad, and even the bottom teams have got players which would be decent, or even, do you know what I mean, in the mid-table team, or in the top level where the backup, or some that are quality have got potential that could become bigger in the future. So there's players quality is brilliant in Serie A. Okay, is there anything else you want to do before we wrap up?
No, I think we're clear. For once there are no additional questions or points, so we're good.
Okay,
catch up next time.
Quick reminder, obviously there's today, there was yesterday, I was going to do it in European fixtures. Actually, I'll do it on Friday. I'll give the results on Friday, but just to remind people, as well as the Europa League, today and tomorrow there's Coppa Italia, which there was some yesterday. I'll put that with the Friday thing with all the results, because they would have played all the results by then. Cool. Alright, well, we'll update on Friday and go from there.
Great.
Alright,
talk then.
I'll see you later.
See ya. Bye.
Serie A world.